Let's look at using the start and length parameters to alter the phrases. Now I'm back to G minor here, and I have my smart chord set to G minor, and I have this phrase, the fourth phrase in the Getting Out song, and we can look in the browser and see it here under Pop, Getting Out, and I have phrase number 4 selected there, and I have that click there, and I can switch by clicking there or by clicking here. So let's just listen to it as is, playing the full pattern, starting on the first step. This is kind of like a little step sequencer, and we decide which step we want to start and end on. So here it is, the full 4 bars. It's 16 steps per bar times 4, and that's the 64 steps. And you can see the 4 bars play out in the progress bar here. Now let's see what happens if we start this on the third step. So that works really nicely, especially for the first few notes of the phrase. Let's try altering the end. Let's put this down to 18, and I've tried these in advance, so I have a couple that I like that work nicely, and this is a nice little irregular type of pattern. So that works really nicely. Let's try starting on the 6th step. A little irregular. Let's add a bit on to the length. So that's kind of a short pattern that repeats a little more frequently, but the idea is that we're getting a lot of variations out of that one phrase. Now let's try another pattern. Here's the third in the Getting Out phrase library, and again I can select by clicking there or by clicking there, and let's just listen to it wide open right now so we hear what the full pattern sounds like. So that's a nice pattern, nice sparse pattern with lots of little spaces in between, and again by trial and error I've found some nice variations that I like here. I'm going to start on the 13th step, and this is really trial and error, a little bit of serendipity to find some patterns that work nicely, and we'll end on 32, exactly half as long. So this is going to be a kind of regular repeating pattern. So that works nicely. We're just using part of this whole phrase and repeating it at specific intervals in time. Now, let's try something else. Let's try starting this later into the pattern, much later. I'm going to go up to the 23rd step, and I'm going to have this only be 4 beats long and put this to 16. So there's only going to be 16 steps, 1 bar. That works nicely, and I can put this to 32 and have it every 2 bars. And let's try one more. I have this set to 21 and this up to 48. Again, these are increments of 16, so it's every 3 bars. So I like that one. It's starting into the phrase and then grabbing a couple of those little doits that happen at the end. So all this to illustrate how you can get some nice variations from these phrases simply by altering the start and the length times. See you for more in the next video.